Cricket presents the Campfire, and today we are taking a deep dive into 5A Division I. The teams in this primarily Frisco ISD district include Frisco, Centennial, Heritage, Lebanon Trail, Lone Star, Reedy, Wakeland, McKinney North, and Sherman. Let's analyze this district in our film session. 5A Division I will be top-heavy as it's been in past years. Lone Star will be a favorite due to a slew of dynamic players. Davian Gross, a junior, and sophomore Carice Superman Hoyt are pure athletes who can play anywhere on the field. Head coach Jeff Rayburn will have fun utilizing these playmakers to confuse defenses. Heritage has the fastest and most talented wide receiver core in this district. With speedster Tatum Bell on the outside, transfer quarterback Joshua Greek should have plenty of options. Wakeland graduated the program's best ever quarterback in Brennan Meyer and are hoping Jaden Maples can step in and lead Wakeland to a playoff spot. Reedy is another favorite, and that's mainly because of reigning offensive MVP Tristan Airy in the backfield. Airy ran for almost 1,400 yards and 18 touchdowns for the Lions a year ago. McKinney North is finally in a district that doesn't consist of a lot of travel. The Bulldogs are led by wide receiver Cam Powell. Frisco started last year 6-1, only to lose their last 4 games. The Raccoons rely on junior wideout Jackson Voris and running back Kim Pendergraft to make plays on offense. Sherman had 3 wins a year ago, but returned first-team All-District wide receiver Micah Hunt. Centennial will look to replace the graduated Harry Stewart in the backfield, and Lebanon Trail will hope to improve on their 2-win season a year ago.
The Campfire is presented by Cricket. Smile, you're on Cricket.
We love easy. 4. Yeah.
Watching the game with friends? Don't forget to invite the all-new Whata Wings Party Pack from Whataburger. Order online today and get 72 boneless tender bites, a family fry box, and your choice of sauce.
The Campfire is brought to you by your Texas Kubota dealers, home of the #1 selling subcompact tractor in Texas. Kubota, together we do more.
For an even deeper look at 5A Division I, here's producer Ward Fasold and insider Matt Diggs and special guest Jackson Verwick from the Frisco Sports Network with the District Breakdown.
District Breakdown time. We are in 5A Division I. We are up in the Frisco ISD district along with some other northern schools, and we are joined with Diggsy. And Diggsy, God bless it, there's a third person on this party. I don't know what's going on here.
It's a third person. You know, I have all of my networking, and we are bringing in a special guest from the Frisco Sports Network. My guy, Jackson Verwick, has agreed to come join us right now and tell us all things Frisco ISD football. How you doing, Jackson?
Hello, fellas. How are y'all doing? I'm doing pretty good. Excited to talk ball. Excited for the battle that me and Diggsy are going to have here about the 5A projections and just the season outlook. I'm really excited for it. Thank you guys so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Some of your buddies over there in Frisco are high on Frisco Reedy. Others are higher on Frisco Lone Star. Who are you high on?
Well, I mean, a little personal bias being a Raccoon myself, but I'm high on the Frisco Raccoons. I mean, they've got playmakers all around the football, and they've got a young, high-flying offense, and that's due in large part to Copen Harbor. Injury-riddled season last year, only played in 4 total district games, but Frisco still made it to the playoffs, and I believe Frisco is a team that is going to make that jump potentially all the way up to the 2 seed and maybe even the 1 seed over Lone Star, due largely in part to, like I said, Copen Harbor, Jackson Voris, Mason Mitchell, a lot of returning starters, only losing 8 seniors for Frisco High. I believe they have a lot of potential this upcoming season for sure.
Whoa, well, let's compare that to who you got going number 1 there, Diggs. You look like a Lone Star guy to me, Diggs, no matter what I say.
I am a Lone Star guy.
It's hard to beat.
I mean, you got Davian Gross coming back, and I know he's got a little bit of an identity crisis. What's he going to be? And I know even got some family members who might disagree on what he should be and as far as that relates to his college recruitability. But, man, all of the outlook last year on Lone Star was all the young kids that they've got coming back. And I look at the fact that they got Carice Hoyt of all-world freshman last year. You got Jordan Dett coming back. You got Bryson Jones. But who's going to throw the ball around at Lone Star? I think that's going to be the big question, that if they can answer that quarterback question, they could be really good. Now, Frisco's got the answer to that quarterback question. What's Lone Star going to have?
See you guys next week.
We'll post the entire breakdown segment this Wednesday on our social media pages. Now let's take a look at some game changers and our players on the rise, brought to you by Parker University. The receiver group in 5A is stacked with talent, and that includes Lone Star wideout Bryson Jones. As a junior, Jones caught 59 passes for 1,120 yards and 15 touchdowns. Bryson is a speedster and a deep play receiver. He averaged over 17 yards per catch for the Rangers. Jones has plenty of offers, including Texas A&M, Texas Tech, and Arkansas. Another big-time senior receiver is Cameron Powell from McKinney North. The physical wideout caught 39 passes for 744 yards and 7 scores. Powell has the build of a big running back and uses those type skills to gain big yardage after catch. Cam makes plenty of contested catches to help the Bulldogs move the ball down the field. Powell is verbally committed to Oklahoma State. And yet another flashy wide receiver is Ryder Treadway at Frisco Wakeland. Treadway is a record breaker for the Wolverines, as his 1,156 yards as a junior was the most ever. He also caught 73 balls and 12 touchdowns. Like the other two receivers, Treadway was a first-team All-District selection. Ryder will need to provide a nice target for Wakeland's new starting quarterback. One of the best quarterbacks in this district is Jake Ferner from Reedy. Ferner split reps a year ago, but should have full control of the offense in 2024. Jake produced over 1,500 total yards for the Lions and 14 touchdowns. Those numbers should go up, as he'll be the full-time starter for Reedy. Plus, with defenses putting 8 in the box to stop running back Tristan Airy, Ferner will have opportunities to make big plays down the field. Players on the Rise is brought to you by Parker University. Do you or your student want a career training the world's best athletes? Check out our bachelor's degree in strength and human performance today.
I was spending too much money in 5G, and then my son suggested that I should try cricket. It was easy to switch.
And we love easy. 4. Yeah. Smile, you're on cricket.
The Campfire is brought to you by Golden Chick. One taste and you're golden. Our Ward the Soul cut up to McKinney North head coach Kendall Brewer to talk about his Bulldogs in our Media Day segment.
It's Media Day. We are talking with Kendall Brewer from McKinney North, and we are talking about 5A Division I. Man, I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but your bus driver must be happy as heck that you're out of the old district where you're traveling all over the place and far, far from home, and you're a lot closer now, so that's a positive. But I don't know. How do you feel about being in the Frisco district? Because it almost feels like you're impeding on a little party that you may not have been invited to, but you're coming in there anyway. How do you feel about being in that Frisco ISD district and being away from that all the travel?
Yeah, we do feel like the new kids on the block, and we're stepping into a party that's been going on for a long time. But we're excited about the challenge. This is a really good league. It's a deep league, and from a travel perspective, obviously, things are going to be a little easier on the logistics end and the travel expense end and all that. But the level of competition is something we're excited about. And, I'm anxious to get going and learn about these guys and compete versus them.
Perfect, Coach. Boy, I appreciate you joining us. I can't wait for this 5A Division I. And I know we're 2 months away, but let's get ready. I'm ready for it.
Yes, sir. We're ready too. Thank you.
You can catch the entire interview Friday on our social media channels. That's going to do it for this week's Campfire. Next week, we will analyze 6 5A Division I. Until then, have a great week, everybody.